Yesterday, the very first jury trial of a Capitol rioter concluded with the rioter, now a convicted rioter, being found guilty on all 5 counts that he had been charged with. It's a Texas man by the name of Guy Reffitt who showed up at the Capitol with both a gun and zip ties and helped to lead a crowd into the Capitol based on what we know from this court hearing. And again, this was the first one that has gone to trial. Right? We have seen plenty of folks go before the judges, either plead guilty, plead no contest, work out other kinds of plea deals. They get their sentences. Some are already in prison. But this was the first one to go in front of a jury. And the jury was sent to deliberate yesterday morning. They came back just a couple hours later with 5 guilty counts for Mr. Reffitt. Now, the icing on the cake with this particular story, actually, there's 2 bits of icing here. First and foremost was his son. His 19-year-old son took the stand and told everybody in that courtroom how his father basically became more and more radicalized following the end of the 2020 election. When Trump lost, the dad kind of lost it too. And he would send messages to the family, according to the son, telling them the Civil War is coming, be ready, saying that he was going to fight in it. And actually, before the Capitol riot even took place, that 19-year-old son admitted in court that he reported his own father to the FBI. And of course, at that point, Mr. Reffitt broke down in tears that his own son would turn him in, but they were worried about him. They were worried about what he may do. And based on what we now know, they had every right to be concerned about this man. Because again, he showed up at the Capitol with a gun and zip ties. He was clearly prepared to do something horrible. Whether or not he was planning on doing something horrible, I guess that's moot at this point. But he was ready for it if the need arose. So, the other piece of icing on the cake was the fact that this man clearly wasn't all that bright. Because Mr. Reffitt had repeatedly posted on social media before the Capitol riot about his plans to take part in the, war to overthrow the government. So that didn't bode well for him either, because he posted those all across all of his social media platforms, and they got to see all that in court. So he sunk himself, no doubt about that, but his son also helped kind of seal the deal there. And what this should do, especially with the jury's very short deliberation period, this should send a message to the rest of those Capitol rioters. You're not going to get away with this, right? We are not seeing people walk scot-free from the charges that they're faced with. Most of them are getting exceptionally light sentences and having their charges reduced to misdemeanors. That's true. But they're all having to experience some kind of penalty. So if you're an accused Capitol rioter, if you know somebody who is, now may be the time to start calling those prosecutors and say, what do we have on the table in terms of a plea deal? Because based on what we have seen so far, you're not going to win these cases, and taking it to a jury is going to result in much harsher sentences for all of you. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.